The ANZAC Button by Judy Raymond. A long time ago, the button had been important. It was sewn carefully onto a khaki jacket and polished until it shone. Its shiny surface reflected the soldier's pride as he marched on parade. The button dodged bullets on the battlefield. Buried face down in a muddy trench, it felt the soldier's heartbeat and sensed his fear. Then the war was over, and the soldier returned home. He pushed the khaki jacket deep into a wardrobe. There it rubbed shoulders with coats and shirts that seldom saw the light of day. One April morning each year, the soldier took out his jacket. He brushed off the dust and mildew, polished the buttons, and marched silently with other soldiers in the pre-dawn darkness. Once again, the button heard the wail of the bugle and the slow, sad beat of the drum. Then it was back to the wardrobe for another year of waiting. The years passed slowly. The world was changing. The soldier was now a very old man. April came and went, and the soldier did not come for his jacket. One day the door flew open, and light flooded into the wardrobe. "Oh, look! Great-Granddad's jacket!" Ella pulled the khaki jacket from its hanger and laid it carefully on the bed. "Nice buttons," she said, stroking them gently. "But they're quite dirty." "The jacket smells awful," said her mother, wrinkling her nose. "Look, it's full of moth holes. What a shame. It'll have to be thrown out." Did Great-Granddad really wear this to the war? He certainly did. Her mother went to a chest under the window, opened it, and took out a box. "Look, here's a photo of him wearing it before he went to join his regiment." Ella rummaged through the box. She found another photo in which Great-Granddad looked older and far less cheerful. His hair was longer, and he looked as if he needed a shave. His jacket was dusty and stained, but the buttons still looked as good as new. On the back of the photo was written, "At the Somme, 1916. "That was just before this button saved his life," said Ella's mother. She pointed to the neck button, which was scratched and dented. "What happened?" asked Ella. "A piece of a shell hit him," said her mother, "but it struck the button first and glanced off. Your great-granddad escaped without a scratch." Ella stroked the button. "If this button hadn't been there, I wouldn't be here either," she said. "And nor would I," said her mother. "Can I keep the buttons?" "Of course. Your great-granddad would have liked that." Ella carefully snipped the buttons off the jacket. She found a soft cloth and some polish. She rubbed the buttons gently till they gleamed. Then Ella looked in her mother's sewing drawer and found a length of bright red ribbon. Carefully, she sewed the buttons onto the ribbon, with the scratched and dented neck button in pride of place in the centre. At last, the button would be on parade again. A note about ANZAC Day. ANZAC Day marks the date when New Zealand and Australian troops landed at Gallipoli in Turkey on the 25th of April 1915 during the First World War. Every year on ANZAC Day, dawn parades are held all over New Zealand to remember people who have taken part in a war.